Hello everybody, welcome to JLABTV. I'm JLAB and this is PES 2017 to become a legend mode, and we're in the month of April and my first game is playing for England against Spain. And with the side that it is, I would think that our weakness is in the right winger position, but it didn't seem that it was going to affect us as we open the scoring with this pass here for myself, finding Harry Kane to make it 1-0. Just after the beginning of the second half. So yes, it was a good start for us. I was hoping we could actually have a good time. And if we can continue to get assists like we just did there, I would be having a very good video. Wouldn't you agree? Our next goal came just after the hour mark. And I found myself out muscling Alvarez there, played the ball in the middle, finding Harry Kane, who backheeled it in the back of the net for his second goal of the game. Myself and Harry Kane once again partnering up, just like we did in the European Championship and the World Cup. And it was just before the end of the game that we found ourselves going 3-0 up. Theo Walcott was able to find me, and I was able to cause problems left, right and centre, causing Sergio Ramos to have to back off away from me. And Nathaniel Klein decided to go for goal, and it hit the top of the defender's head for that goal to go in. You wouldn't have noticed a deflection straight away, but it's a clear deflection that takes away from the goalkeeper. And it was a good lead to have, 3 goals up. We're doing quite well for ourselves. And in a game against Spain, who we expected to lose against, that's a good result. And we had more shots, they only had 2 shots in the end. And despite the fact we had less pass possession, it was good. Harry Kane got the man of the match as you'd expect. Our next game was against France in the friendly, and Jack Butland is the #1 goalkeeper. And he's been the #1 goalkeeper for a while. Theo Walcott's the weakest player in the field again. And you'd think France would cause us more problems, even if their fullbacks are the weakest areas of the pitch for them. And almost immediately we took the lead. But we didn't end up scoring in this game and needed the France. But think of this move as a good effort. Sterling finds me. That was our best chance of the game. It was the first chance of the game. And this is France's best chance of the game. When they found themselves finding Lacazette, the shot was saved, but we weren't able to get rid of it. As Cornet keeps the ball in play. Plays it across. And while we get rid of it, Samson hits it back. Then we just don't deal with it at all. Samson finds Perrin, who is denied by Jack Butland. A 0-0 draw, yes, but they were the better team in the game, admittedly. I'm not going to show all the chances because this might take a while otherwise. Butland being the man of the match as well. But our next game was a Europa League game against Napoli. Our weakness is our fullbacks and potentially the striker, but collecting the actual has been really decent for me so far. Their weaknesses are the centre defenders and the 2 midfielders, as you can see, so you'd think we'll try and exploit that fact. Sergio Aguero's out, injured until the end of the month, until May time, so that's why he's not going to be starting any games for us as the moment. And if we can do well, I'll be very happy indeed. We did have a good start to the game though. My pass there, finding Raheem Sterling, probably one of the passes of the day, or the video you'd call it. And then I put myself on the walls, getting clattered by the defender, but collecting the Acho ended up scoring that goal to make it 1-0. It was a good start to the game against a side we were thinking we might struggle against. I think this camera angle is helping me out a lot more than the other camera angle was, which is why I've gone back to this particular camera angle. But still, it's a good start and we're hoping to build on our lead. And it was something we were able to do just before the end of the first half. Raheem Sterling on the ball here finds me, and you know what I can do in these sort of situations. I play it back, and it's a bit fortunate here, but Leroy Sané did get a goal to make it 2-0. A very fortunate goal, it must be said, but it's still a goal we can take credit for and that we can celebrate either way. And it was just after this second half started from their own goal kick that we found ourselves going 3-0 up. Gundogan finds me and, well, it's my first goal since I've come back from my little break, and it was a good goal either way. I enjoy playing in Europa League. It's something I've always loved playing in, and I think I've just proven why with that particular move. And we won 3-0, they only had one shot at the game. We had 9, but only had 4 shots on target, so perhaps we could have done better, but I was the man of the match in this particular game, and let's hope we can actually push on from here. Our next game is in the Premier League against Brighton Hove Albion, and if they lost, they would be relegated. And considering the form we're in recently, I really don't think Brighton are going to survive against a boisterous attack like ours. And literally from the first kick-off of the game, we cause them problems, and Raheem Sterling finds me. I found collecting Nacho. I've gotten the ball again. I took a shot, it was saved, and then Leroy Sané scored on the rebound to give us the lead immediately. Brighton needs to get anything to survive, just not really helping themselves at all, unfortunately for themselves. So let's hope we can actually, well, let's hope for their sake that they can come straight back up next season. And it wasn't that, we did take a while to get a second goal in the game. I was able to be instrumental, finally collecting Nacho, who found Sterling, who found back in the net rather comfortably. And when you get 2-0 in the first half against a side like Man City, you know you're going to struggle. And unfortunately for Brighton, they're not going to survive this season. And we did make it 3-0 in the second half, just around the 70th minute of the game. Collecting Nacho finds myself, and I had 2 bites of the cherry to find a pass, and I found Leroy Sané to ensure we win 3-0 in what was perhaps the easiest game in the Premier League for a while. Our best performance as well. And yeah, we had 12 shots, 8 on target. They only had a single effort. I'm not going to show you that effort because it wasn't a goal. Leroy Sané was man of the match, and we had a good game. Our next game was in the Europa League against Napoli, and we're already 3-0 up. You'd hope, for their sake, they can get something out of this, wouldn't you? And again, collecting Nacho and the 2 fullbacks are our weaknesses. Their centre-backs and the centre midfielders are weaker than ours, which is why we're probably doing better. But Fernandinho is actually playing in this game, so perhaps they're giving him a chance to shine, despite the fact he's Asian and declining in ability. And again, I found myself in the wars again, starting the match, and we scored open in the very early stage of the game, thanks to collecting Nacho, who's proven to be a very good goal scorer. Just like a Guerrero was in the beginning of the season, Nacho is scoring goals for fun, and it is a good thing to be experiencing. Napoli already 3-0 down and going into this game without an away goal, now have to get 5 goals just to get anything out of this game. I don't think it's going to happen now, do you? But yes, it took us into the second half for us to really get going, and look at this. Just look at the space I have. And I'm obviously going to go for a goal here. And I scored. It's 2-0. I'm not going to miss that opportunity unless I'm an absolute pillock who just took too long and got really complacent with that effort. And my second goal of this video, and both in the Europa League. It just shows I love playing the Europa League this season. And we weren't done there. Not even 5 minutes after the second goal, we found ourselves getting the third goal. And it's just, I don't know what happened to Napoli in this game. After we got the second goal, I think we just killed off their confidence, killed off their hopes. They need 6 goals anyway at this point. And I'm just going to cause problems. Going to play a cross down to De Bruyne, who scores to make it 3. Napoli now need 7 goals in 20 minutes to get anything out of this. They're done for. They're buried. And it's just one of those games that nothing goes right for you, isn't it? Imagine being on the receiving end of this sort of onslaught time and time again from us. 6-0 overall. And we weren't even done. Admittedly, this was a bit lucky, I feel. I headed it back to Nacho, he headed it play back to me, and I took a shot and I scored. Even I was shocked at this point that I was able to get a second goal of the game to make it 4-0. 3 goals against Napoli in the Europa League in the quarterfinals, sorry. And we just tore them apart. It was really pleasant. I enjoyed this immensely. Glad their brother did as well. And if they had gotten 8 goals in the last 15 minutes, it would have been the biggest comeback of all time. But unfortunately for them, they didn't. We won 4-0. We actually had less possession, but they had no shots on goal. I was the man of the match with an 8.5 rating. And the Europa League was looking interesting. Ajax beat Sevilla. Everton beat Arsenal 6-0 overall. And PES United won their game to go through the semi-final as well. And it was just one of those series that happened. And we then got drawn against Ajax and Everton got drawn against PES United. Interesting. Our next game was against Burnley, though, in the Premier League, and we can do ourselves justice here. I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do. Collecting Nacho and the 2 fullbacks are the weaknesses, and then Bianchi as well playing. Don't know why, but he is. Burnley, I feel, could cause us more problems than our previous opponents did, but who knows. And this isn't a goal. This is actually a free kick that I won, but got injured in the process. I genuinely thought I was going to be injured and was not going to come back at all. I mean, it's very early in the game, and the fact I'm already down, holding my leg, is a very concerning sign. But I was able to come back, thankfully, and Sterling finds me, and I just play this through ball in to find Leroy Sané, who I'm loving playing with right now. Sané myself, just partnering up so much at the moment, is just showing how well we can play together. And it's just one of those moments you just enjoy, isn't it? And there's Bianchi celebrating with us as well. 1-0. But that's not the end of the game. There was a moment near the end of the match where I won a penalty. A bit lucky, it must be said. I was just trying to find space. I was going to go for goal, and suddenly there's a penalty. I was about to go for goal myself, but hey, penalty is a penalty. I'll take that. But the problem is, somehow, not only do we win a penalty, not only do I win a penalty here, and just look at this, I apparently end up being injured by this. I wish I knew how that was the case. But I got injured, and Nolito is about to take this penalty. Does he score it? No. What a terrible penalty. We still win 1-0, mind you, but we should have been 2. It should have been 2-0. I'm just going to say here now. But unfortunately, because of that injury, I'm now out until May for 4 weeks. And because of this injury, I won't be playing for the next couple of games. 4 weeks due to ligament damage. And I was rather surprised that was the case. But we did manage to get a draw against Tottenham in a game that is vital because somehow after winning against Burnley, we took over top of the table. And now Tottenham are behind us by a single point, same goal difference. And if we continue to progress like we have done, we will do well. Southampton and Middlesbrough in the relegation zone is a bit of a surprise to me, but there you go. Arsenal in 3rd, Everton 4th, Liverpool 5th, United 6th, and Chelsea 7th. Don't know why that happened. But we had a game against Ajax, we beat them 4-2 in the first leg. Everton beat PES United 1-0 in the first leg as well, so it could be a Man City-Everton final. Who knows? But these are my stats at the end of the month. I don't know why people like to watch this, but I guess some people like to see these sort of things, see how good the players are. Pause anytime you want to. And I was also named in the Team of the Month for the Premier League, so that's nice. But there you go. Something that is always going to have... it's almost a mandatory thing. Oh, and by the way, Aguero's come back from injury. Just thought that you know. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you like and share this video, and that you subscribe to my channel as well. It does help me out a lot. It really does. But yes, hope you like the change of format, and I hope to see you again next time. So until next time, goodbye and well, good night.